Welcome to Wilson's Wild Ride. I'm Wilson and we are about to do another KOA review. This is the Commerce Athens KOA. It's about 30 minutes north of Athens, right in the heart of Commerce. Up next.
Okay, as you pull in, it's very nicely paved. You also have all this little area over here. And then you have a really nice entrance house. This is where you're going to check in. They have all their signs right at the entrance here. They even have a pullover. This is their nice entranceway. This is their check-in.
That's the office. They do have a small little store in there where they do have some things for sale.
Right. And for the most part, the people that work here are people that stay here, and they are very nice. They also allow, as you can tell, night registration. This is for people right here. This is the overnighters. There's a great area right here. Now, this place is kind of a Jekyll and Hyde, and we're going to show you why. But this over here is the overnighters, and this whole front row right here. So there's a lot for people at the last minute, for people that want to just stay one night, maybe just over a weekend.
And it's not very far from I-85, so it does make it a perfect stopover. It really does. And you got plenty of room to stretch your legs. As you can see, there's plenty of room.
And with really nice picnic tables.
Right.
Now we come in here, and it's a code, and it's a very nice laundry room. It has 4 washers, 4 dryers, and I can tell you we've been here for a good 5.5 months. And the washer and dryer area, the washer and dryers work really well. Now here is something that not a lot of places have, and this has been wonderful.
Oh yeah.
We can get our water filled, as you can see, and ice. Lots of people get the ice filled up. This is something that they did, and I think that a lot of campgrounds should do this. Yeah. Not only is it a moneymaker for our campground,
right,
but I mean, it was super convenient. I never had to take the water bottle to a store or anything.
Right.
And then along here they have showers and baths for people that are just wanting, and restrooms for people that are maybe overnighters, or as you will see down here, people are tents, because they do have a tent area.
And I think that the tent area, I think it's the way they have it set up, I think it is very nice. It kind of gives you that really outdoors feel. I just think that summertime in a tent's a little hot.
But it's, I mean, you can also, it's also a little dog area right along here, as you can tell. I wish people had kept to that area because they don't, but they're trying really hard to grow grass over here. And then you have all of this through here. Isn't that a nice tent area? And it's shaded, and then they give them picnic tables and all of that. And then of course the restrooms and the showers are just right up the hill from them, and so that's really nice too. Let's just show you what the campground used to look like and how some people still have to stay in. So be wary of what site they give you if you decide to come to this KOA.
Now they will fill your propane bottles. They have that area right there where you can get your propane filled, and
it's a decent price.
It is a very reasonable price,
comparable to Tractor Supply, which is right across the street.
It's actually a little cheaper than Tractor Supply. That's why I started getting it filled here instead of there.
This is what I call the Mr. Hyde area, because these campers are close together. Cramped. These are people, I guess, that stay here long term, and there's a little playground over there that you really can't get to unless you go through somebody's campsite.
Or go through the tent area. Or you can go, I guess, to the pool and go back or whatever. But it is kind of an odd place to have that.
This is the older check-in.
Yeah, this is from the old office when it was, what was it before? Georgia RV Park or something like that.
Right. So that's their only like recreational area, should I say.
Yeah.
And then they have some really not nice showers back here, right here. It's a bathhouse that is pretty run down and old. And then you come back here and it's closed from 12 to 2.
I don't know why. I don't think they're in there cleaning it at that time.
And then as you can see all of this. And there is, for the people that are in the Hyde area, this is their laundry room, which is super nasty. They have 3 washers and 3 dryers. And from what we've talked to people about is that they don't work half the time. As you can tell, one's out of order. They do have 2 dumpsters, which I like.
Right.
They do have 2 dumpsters, but they just built these fences on the dumpsters, so they're very difficult to put your, not this one, but the other one is very difficult to put your trash in.
Yeah, it's a little tight.
But I do like the fact that they put signs up saying to please close the doors. That's great. And the reason being is because they have 2 campsites right next to it. Now these are the new cabins. Let me tell you a little bit about the cabins. The cabins are not equipped with a kitchen like you would think.
Because we have two guys that I was working with here. They moved into the cabins, and they told them that they would have a stove and a refrigerator. Well, the refrigerator is like the little teeny ones, and there is no stove. They do give them like a little toaster oven,
but no microwave.
But no microwave.
And that's it.
Right.
So there's no cooking in these at all. And then you have some that are big, some that are 2-bedroom, and then some that are just 1-bedroom.
But it was a much cheaper option. Like if you're here working, it was a much cheaper option than staying in a hotel.
Correct.
It was about half the price, really.
Yeah. And it's a work in progress for sure. Now this is how close these poor people and are from each other. These are houses.
Well, this is the old campground.
We're still in the old campground.
Right.
The old campground is much bigger. The problem is that the old campground costs you just as much as the new area.
Right.
So that's why it's very important for you to check on which side you're going to be on if you decide to have to stay here for a week or 2. If for whatever reason you're in Commerce, Georgia. And you see, this is how close they are. They have another doggy area, and they do have doggy receptacles, which is nice.
Yep.
They like to say that people shouldn't, should pick up after themselves, but they really don't police it very well. It's been a problem. And so then you walk into this area, and it's like a whole different campground.
It really is.
This is beautiful area, and this is a good area for me to show you the difference. Right here. This is the nicer, newer area where your sites are large and beautiful, and then you have that area where your sites are small and tight and gravelly, and you pay the exact same amount.
Now,
which I don't think is fair at all.
The one thing that I never agreed with this campground was, they do have monthly monthly charges that you can stay, and it's a cheaper rate to stay monthly. However, you have to pay for electricity, and which a lot of places do that, but they charge 16 cents per kilowatt, and I haven't seen any. And there may be some, but I'd like to know if there's any other campgrounds in the state of Georgia that is charging 16 cents per kilowatt right now.
Which I also know because I looked it up and I talked to the electric company. This campground gets charged 11 cents per kilowatt. They get charged 11 cents per kilowatt, and they try to tell us, we have the paper, that we're just charging you what we're being charged. Well, that wasn't true at all. They are actually making money on that electric.
Oh, yeah.
Which they're also
I mean, they're privately owned, I guess.
right, which they're also making money on their Wi-Fi, which I'd like to say that it was like the best Wi-Fi ever, but it was not. But you do pay $30 a month for that. And this is the front of the of the little washrooms. And of course they have, I'm so happy that they had the locks.
Yeah.
The locks on there. That is, you don't need a key or anything, it's just a code.
Right.
So that is, they're pretty nice.
But if you happen to get one of these ends, look how
yeah, this
huge
is so nice right here. Like, these people lucked up.
Oh man.
Look at how much room everyone has over here. It's very nice, but this KOA is extremely expensive. They don't tell you that you're paying for electric when you first arrive.
At least they didn't tell us that.
They didn't tell us that, and they're not responsive when emergencies happen.
No, because we lost our internet and we lost our cable, and it was after hours, so they give you an after hours number, and like she said before, I called the number and I never heard anything, so I had to wait till the next day and call them, and then she said, and I even told them that I called the emergency line and nobody ever called me back, and she said that that they had an outage in this area or whatever, and they were working on it. So at least I found out what was going on.
And then one of our friends that was staying in the cabin, he didn't have any hot water. Again with the water situation, but they didn't have any hot water, and he called the emergency line, and guess what? No response. So that is a problem here. Now, this was built on these hills. Before we got here, it was paved, but this floods badly, as you can see. In the spring,
rocks are washing off.
Right, and so they tell us that if we leave our site dirty, that that they will fine you. Well, they say they're going to fine you on every newsletter. They're going to fine you for something,
yeah.
Instead of just telling people to leave. But as you can see,
we still got cigarette butts.
Right, we don't smoke.
Don't
So what happens is everybody's trash comes down this hill because this floods badly through here, and then it piles up right there, and we get a bunch of trash in our site. So we've already told them ahead of time what is going on, and because I'm not going to be fined or blamed for trash due to the flooding that their sites cause. However, I just feel like if they want to fine people for this, that, or the other thing, they should just ask them to leave.
Right, they were complaining about someone flushed a mop head or something down into the septic system, and baby diapers. Me being a pipe fitter, I know that mop head's not going to go very far, so that should give you an idea of where it came from. Instead of threatening everybody in the park, go right there to that individual and take care of that situation instead of making it an uncomfortable thing for the whole park. This was like the best choice.
It's really the only choice that is close to the two jobs in the area. The closest other one is on the South Carolina side, and that's 35 minutes away, and with gas prices you don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's just the fuel is out of this world these days, so this was the best option.
We are on our way out of here and ready for some summer fun.
That's right. Well, hope you found this helpful. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to enjoy the ride.